Kohalayam Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Bahashem Haraka.
Were you sick?
Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatham to the Akim, Akwatium, out here keeping his word truth in all sincerity, teaching the downfall. Esau, the 2/3, is wicked queendom in these heathens. To the 1/3, men, women, and children that are decent and in order. Men, women, and children. To the Habai Shah Dawadah, the house of David. To the Israelite foreigners that do go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but may not look like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And to the elect 144,000 chosen from the beginning of existence, faithful from the womb. I want to say Kwam Yashala, rise Israel, Lamalam Young, Araba Yahweh, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom, Yashala come, thy will, righteousness be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day Yahweh Shai, our daily bread. Lead us not into temptation, which is wickedness, but deliver us from evil, which are these 2/3 heathens and devils. For thine, you, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, are the kingdom, Yashala, the power, the Alahayam, and the glory, Lama Lam Young, forever and ever. Amen. Just want to let you know the things that we've been praying for. You know, I don't know about y'all, but I keep praying for. I know it's a lot of Akim also praying for more plagues and pestilence and things up on the earth. And, Slakia. Slakia. Okay. I know we've been praying for more plagues and pestilence, and we've been getting it. I told you I'll be dropping on my knees in the middle of the road, praying for this, you know what I mean? Praying for the downfall of this place, and seeing it is amazing coming to pass, you know. And, you know, we should pray for the water to turn to blood, you know. We should be asking for these things, you know. Like it says here in Revelation 11:6, these have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of the prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them into blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. So we trying to get that, you know what I mean? We praying for that, you know. And we talk about prophecies and things like that, you know what I mean? We talk about things that are coming to pass, you know what I mean? We should be praying for these things, you know. Like he said, I come to earth to send fire. This is Luke 12:49. I come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? You know what I mean? So this is what he wishing for, and like if it already been happening, like what would he be doing? You know what I mean? So that means Yahweh Shai is already here. He's already being sent forth. You know what I mean? He may not be like here in this dimension, but he's here in this dimension. If you get what I'm saying, like they may not have revealed themselves to us, but they're here. You know, they're bringing all these plagues. They're bringing all these destructions, and it's powerful right here. 52 says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, and 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And that's what you're talking about, all these fights going on, and people getting in these houses together, and you got Black Lives Matter and all these different houses. You got all these different gangs and groups, and they going against each other. But the thing is, the focus of like even the gang stalkers and everybody else is we're the focus, you know. Like Raph Heaven always says, you can't. A bank robber doesn't rob an empty bank. You know, nobody ain't just bothering you for no reason. You know what I mean? You know, like some lady was asking me one day. She goes, "What you praying for?" And they always say the same thing. Say, "I'm praying for the downfall of this place. I'm praying for more plagues and pestilence to come." Everybody else is scared and stuff. I tell them, you know, like old boy said off Black Lightning. Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. You know what I mean? Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to go through hell. You know, the servant is not greater than the master. You know, if they chastise the master, then they gonna chastise us. You know, or slack it. If they so what's the verse? If they if they prosecute him, they gonna prosecute us. Basically, is what it said. You know. So I just want to show you a couple things. So this was one of the things that someone posted. It says last night in California, a 6-year-old boy begged God. He didn't beg Yahweh. He begged God to save his mother's life after she was ambushed and shot unprovoked while sitting in her police car. Today, the NFL will honor and praise the organization that stood outside his mother's hospital chanting, "We hope she dies." Makes no sense. Anyone who watches football today, purchases NFL merchandise, or supports these teams is in any way has blood on their hands. Shame on you. And realistically, they don't have blood on their hands. I mean, not for that. They have blood on their hands because they're not prophesying the name Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So yeah, they do got blood on their hands. Now, this could be an agent or somebody could have made this up. You know, realistically, who knows? You know what I mean? And literally, they're probably chanting Black Lives Matter or whatever they were doing if it is real. But this could be fake just to try to get people not to watch football. We don't know. It's all left-hand side shit. None of this shit is right-hand side. It's all left-hand side wickedness. Okay? It's all left-hand side. So, there was something else I wanted to show. Okay, so right here it says it's no longer 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 2020 everywhere. Drink when you want. That's because the society now is so messed up. People's minds are about to lose they're about to lose their mind. You know what I mean? People think that there's still gonna be a fucking people still trying to worry about voting, Biden, Trump. Who gives a fuck? Like, realistically, Trump's got to stay in there. He's going to stay in there. Trump is the one that fits the prophecy. Trump is good for prophecy. Of course, this world don't want him to be there because everybody's scared to fucking lose their lives and shit. You know, they're not really down for the truth, you know. But they'll try to make somebody else's life miserable. But now, the shit's switching. Where Yahweh Shem Yahshai is standing up for his men. Okay? He's standing up for his men. So for the rest of you, you're going to get taken down. You know, if you're going against the men of the Lord. So I want to show some fires and stuff that's going on. Like, yo, you got, on one side, you got famine. On the other side, you got floods. I mean, one side you got fire. The other side you got floods. So let me show you this.
The history of California. Flames have ravaged forests in Washington state, and fire has incinerated communities in Oregon. It's like the
hey, you see that
seventh
though?
Plague. Washington state.
What was we just talking about? Turn the water to blood. Look at that, all that red. Hey man, that's what's coming next.
Fire has incinerated communities in Oregon. It's like the 7 plagues, biblical sense. It has taken all of that to prompt a visit to the West Coast by U.S. President Donald Trump. We have meetings with...
It's like the plagues. He said biblical sense. Everybody's knowing that this is biblically. It don't matter if people say, oh, this is harp, this is what. It's all allowed on the left-hand side because Yahweh Shem Yahshai is allowing it. So, in this time, you still got your groups, these groups out here that's trying to stop the men of the Lord, trying to stop from prophesying. You got all kinds of people that try to go against the Bible. But hey, it doesn't matter what you think. The truth is being put out. The stuff is happening. You know, and it's like he says, like it says in the Bible, it says, it's better for you to hang a millstone around your neck and swing yourself to the depths of the ocean than to not offend one of my little ones. So, you know, the men of the Lord been offended. There's look, 8:44. Every time I look up, it's 9:44, 8:44. Oh man, that's the story. Slakia, today I was eating lunch. And that's when I said we should pray for some the rivers to turn to blood and the water to turn to blood. I was literally looking, and Saucony had this sale for these women, and literally when I clicked on the page, it said 2 days. What did it say? 2 days, like something like 21 hours and 44 minutes. or it was like seconds or something, like 21 and 44 seconds. And I was like, yo, that's the spirit, because I was just saying right then and there. And it was, when I looked up at the time, it was 333, which, you know, the spiritual numbers for that is basically that the angels are going to be with you. You know what I mean? To not worry about that, the angels are going to be with you. You know, and I was just like, yo, that's the spirit. You know what I mean? Like, I literally, because I've been getting a lot of 44s, 144, like man, I just keep getting the number, you know, getting it. 944, which 9, the Jehovah Witnesses, like I told you guys before, the Jehovah Witnesses believe that the 9 is the 144 as well. They'll call the 144,000 the 9. I told you they made a movie about it too called The 9. It's about a little dog. You guys should check it out. It's a pretty tight movie. He was actually rescuing people. And he was basically trying to wake the rest of the dolls up. It's pretty dope. You should check it out, okay? But basically, they say the 9 is the 144 because 9 is 1 plus 4 plus 4. See, so that's how they get their 9. But, yeah, I just, you know, that was real spiritual, because I was thinking about it. I was like, man, we should all be praying for the same thing, for like more plagues and pestilence, because I keep praying for that. That's why I keep praying. And, you know, women will be like, people will be like, no, don't pray for that. I tell them, y'all don't want to get to heaven. You got to go through hell to get to heaven. You know what I mean? Servant's not greater than master. Plain out and simple. You know what I mean? You got all these people who say they're Christians. They all of them want to be saved, and like, I'm saved. But when you talk about prophecy, or you talk about the things that's coming on this earth, you even like pastors and stuff, they'll be like, no, that's not real. That's not. Everybody's afraid of prophecy. Nobody wants to go through what's really going to happen. And that's an issue. But they're wondering, they're like, all this famine and all this fire and stuff that's going on. It's not just in America. There's fires going on in other places. But you got the whole West Coast burnt up all the way down to Mexico. Then you got the other side flooding. And that goes along with Africa and Puerto Rico. They're getting hurricanes and flooded, and all those other places. Puerto Rico's still jacked up from earthquakes. Still ain't got right. Puerto Rico is jacked up. Okay, you got the Dominican Republic that was just flooded. You know, and then Dominican and Dominican and whichever two are right next to each other. You know, Simeon and you know what I'm talking about. They're right next to each other. And the brothers, they right next to each other. And, before, when they had a hurricane, people was trying to run back and forth. They didn't allow it. But guess what? They just had a hurricane. Their shit ain't there. It ain't normal, man. Nothing has gotten back to normal, okay? When he says that he was going to release these plagues and pestilence and things, and it's not going to cease. It's going to keep going. And he's going to speed up the days for the elect's sake. The stuff is getting... Dude, it's like the one Akim said. He said it's already... September 15th. He's like, where'd the day go? I thought about it. I was like, damn, time is just flying by. It is flying by, man. Like, you got all these blood, sun, moons, everything going on. Time is flying by, but y'all still worried about work. You got these women that I keep talking to every day that's trying to buy houses in this time. I'm like, you trying to get a house by yourself in a time when you know that the homelessness is going crazy. They in these little jobs, like working in like chicken factories, or you know what I mean, like KFCs and stuff. But they think that that everything's gonna just get back and stay normal. I'm like, what's wrong with you women? You know what I mean? You women don't even check your damn oil and stuff. Which I can't talk. I forgot to check my transmission oil one time and transmission messed up. But like, just like the simplest stuff, But y'all want to be, you want to be strong, independent, and just, this is the thing. You want to be strong and independent. I tell you every day, man. Everybody that I help out on the side of the road is women. There are more women, and there's men with them sometimes. I don't help them. You got a man with you, I don't help you. Not because I don't want to help you. If sometimes I'll just help the men by themselves if they by themselves. But if you got a couple together, it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You need help? I get it. But like today, some lady was starving. I already knew something in my spirit. I had bought me some steak breakfast. Something in my spirit was like, talk to her. I just already had jumped out to give her my toast and my drink or whatever. But she was really hungry. You know what I mean? And she's on disability. She's an old lady sitting on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Just begging, asking for money, trying to get gas, feeding her dog and stuff. And it's like, It's been non-stop women like that. You got women with men, and all they do is drive from their house, off their land or whatever, to get, all they doing is trying to get money for gas, get something to eat. And it's like, that's all it is women out there. Every time I turn around, it's women on the corner. You got a couple guys, they got houses that were old vets and stuff that, you know what I mean, they just go beg for money. But it's mostly you women. But the competition is going to rise. Because guess why? Not all these men are going to give you OnlyFans, man. I'm telling you, that shit's going to stop. It's going to cease. That shit is going to cease, man. That shit ain't going forever. Like if the owner, the CEO of Facebook said that they were going to be shutting down stuff when people were talking about posting stuff saying that, hey, this person won or this person won. If they're going to shut down stuff, why do you think they're going to shut it down? So you're not allowed to go on there and say Biden won or Trump won because they know sedition of men is coming. Okay, there's already sedition. You got these different groups in the street. We just went over 5 against 3 and 2 and whoop-de-whoop, okay? You got mother, father, all that, everybody against each other because you got, and that's what's happening with the kids. Oh, you're a racist, mom. You don't support Black Lives Matter because you guys are stupid. They use the children against you because they're fucking stupid. And if you really think about it, if you'd have smacked your kid up when they was little, they wouldn't be talking to you like that. Your kids is out of order because your stupid ass is out of order. What the fuck you expect? Okay? Man, these fires and stuff. You already got plenty of people being homeless, plenty of people that's going to be evacuated or be evicted. You got people being evacuated from these fires. Why? Because they doing what the Most High said not to do. They fucking having baby showers, celebrating birthdays, doing all kinds of wickedness. You know, and then they look at us like we wrong. But guess what? Yo baby shower blew up the damn California. Yo, I seen a picture though that was Joppa, and I think I took a screenshot of it. It was like something like a baby shower, and it was like a huge explosion of like earth, like an atom bomb, but they made it blue. It was like, it's a boy. And I laughed. I was like, yo, that shit's hilarious. Because you know what? Y'all wicked. Y'all want to look at us because we say, hey, nah, we don't want to eat pork and stuff. But then y'all keep eating pork and all this stuff, and you got high blood pressure and everything else because we trying to stay to the laws. Nah, you know, y'all, we could go out on the Sabbath and stuff, and you going out when, well, if it's on Saturday or Thursday or whatever day the Sabbath's on, you're going out, and then you wonder why your homeboys and you got shot up when you were supposed to be keeping these laws. You know, y'all don't get it. You know what I mean? You out buying and you get food poisoning when you were supposed to be keeping these laws. But y'all think that this stuff is over. You worried about an election? What I said? It said the purge. This is purge, man. Election year. It's purging right out. There ain't no such thing as a coincidence.
FEMA, and we have meetings with a lot of people having to do with California, Washington State, and Oregon, and I think they'll go very well. They're doing an incredible job. But the political gulf between Trump's Washington and West Coast states could not be wider. Washington, Oregon, and California have not voted for a Republican for president since Ronald Reagan more than 30 years ago. And Trump's stance on the defining issue of climate change is flatly contradicted by 3 Democratic governors.
They deserve action against climate change.
We have not seen this level of uncontained fire ever in Oregon history.
This is a climate damn emergency. This is real.
But President Trump has dismissed climate change, rolled back environmental laws, and blamed wildfires on state mismanagement of the forests. You know, it is about forest management. Please remember the words, very simple. Forest management. Trump is focused on his re-election, unlikely to win over the West Coast, and as a result, unlikely to change his views.
He doesn't believe much in the science, and he clearly doesn't understand anything about climate change policy or law, that it's not that important, particularly because California is a blue state, and it's very clear that Trump is only interested in governing his supporters.
The wildfires have turned a slow-motion disaster, climate change, into an urgent issue. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden seized the moment to declare Trump out of step with the needs of a country facing multiple crises.
If you give a climate arsonist 4 more years in the White House, why would anyone be surprised if we have more America ablaze?
Biden says he would follow the science to address climate change. The science predicts more wildfires with greater intensity over a longer season in the years ahead. Trump seems convinced his supporters will not abandon him over climate policy, perhaps calculating that on the West Coast, there aren't enough of them to make a difference in November's election anyway. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.
Eric Sorensen, Mobile News, Toronto. All right, let me get that. We needed that one. And there's another one I was watching that was very important.
Tonight, the double threat, the hurricane taking aim at deadly wildfires. Hurricane Sally rapidly gaining strength, now a Category 2 on a collision course with the U.S. States of emergency in 3 states. Mandatory evacuation. When and where will it hit? Al Roker has the new track. Also, the desperate search for dozens missing after infernos incinerate entire towns in Oregon. Officials fearing a mass casualty event and growing concerns about toxic smoke smothering major cities. President Trump visiting fire-ravaged California as Joe Biden attacks him as a, quote, climate arsonist. Plus, the new Trump recording from Bob Woodward, what it reveals. The urgent manhunt, a gunman on the loose after ambushing 2 deputies in their car, the new reward being offered. My exclusive without.
So I guess maybe that girl really did get shot up. But my question is this. How can you have a vote by bail, a bail-in, bail, whatever they call it, a mail-in vote, if nobody got houses? Everybody in Oregon's out of houses. So all the blue states, blue states is on fire, so he don't need your fucking votes. He like, well, they on fire, so they can't vote anyway. They shit burnt down. How you gonna vote, blue states? Your shit on fire. And red states, they putting flood. You flooded over there. Who the fuck is gonna get the mail-ins? I guess everybody in the Midwest, which is gonna be voting for who? Donald Trump, guaranteed.
Alexander Vindman, the first ever TV interview with the star witness at the impeachment hearings, what he said when I asked if he was personally targeted by the president. The disturbing video, a white deputy fired for beating a black man pinned to the ground. Tonight, the man's girlfriend speaking out. And it's advertised as a powerful weapon against COVID, but does UV light really work? This is NBC Night.
Nigga, they ain't looking for no UV light. They looking for some... They're looking for other stuff. Hold up. There's some more stuff. That nigga vocab is wicked. Still got these niggas in these churches acting wild, too. Look at them. Acting just wild as fuck. Yep. Yo. Are you for real? Yep. There's one that I'm looking for. Fudge, which one is it? Is it this? I think it is this video.
Shalom. Kol halo Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash.
Yes, swarms invading.
Double honors to my
Man,
apostles.
there's so much shit going on. It's like, man, it's almost like, damn, there's so much stuff going on. Okay, here we go. Hold up. Is this the one I'm looking for? There was a video I was watching that was like mad evictions. Well, I don't think it was this one. But it was showing some evictions. That window seat site, if you get a chance, look that one up. Oh, they already know that the syringes got the RFID chip in them too. Yep. Man, where's that video at? Was it last night I was watching it? Hold on, I'm trying to get there. Hold up. Oh, this is the one I wanted to show you.
First Peter. Oh, shoot. Now, this the... Shalom. I want to start by saying, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Pardon me. Once again, the topic of inspiration of this video is an article brother posted, and another elder did a video, and it's very telling on what these devils had planned to do. You know what I'm saying? What they plan on doing, I should say, because what's happening right now is like since they rocking everybody back to sleep, they still
basically they just gonna come get your kids. That's it, man. They gonna come get your kids. Because people gonna try to protect their kids and be like, oh, we're not gonna take the RFID chip. Well, guess what? You send your kids to school. Guess what's gonna happen? Your kids have been around here. You gotta take the vaccine. You ain't even gonna know your kid didn't take the shot. We gotta keep your kid overnight. We gotta keep your kid the next couple days. We gotta do this. Psh, you have no idea. Have no fucking idea. Y'all, realistically, man, you basically you send your kids to school. They're gonna get that vaccination regardless. They're gonna get that vaccination. There we go. Here's the other one too. 60 million. 60 million.
Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Bahasham, Rakakwadash.
60 million without jobs. 60 million. $60 million, man. 60 million. Oh shit, man. They trying to get your kids, man. If you think they didn't plan this shit out? If you say, nah, I ain't taking it, you got to send your kid to school. Guess what? They on lockdown. They on lockdown. What the National Guard gonna do with the fire? Nigga, they can't shoot the bullets at the fire and be like, yo, we putting this fire out. That ain't gonna work. There's so much shit going on. But yet people don't want to hear the truth. But they like, this is the last days. This is the last days. But they don't want to see who's who. Yo, man. So I guess that lady did get shot. But you know what? That's just going to cause more issues, man. 2 LA county sheriff's deputies shot, critically wounded in Compton. Man, I'm telling you. The Bible says, who's going to rouse Judah up? They roused up, man. Let me get this scripture. Let me get that scripture, man. Y'all think this is a game? This is Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion. And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Well, we see what's happening. The sedition is happening. Look, man, y'all thought all these purge movies for no reason? It's election year. Okay? Every election year, something crazy's got to be happening. Otherwise, who you going to choose to vote for? Because y'all vote. But guess what? This election year, man, they purging. It's all out purging, man. It's gonna be war in the streets. You got people talking about, of course somebody gonna die. They got different militias out here. Like, well, we already know where y'all headed. But hey, man, it is what it is. But you women don't want to rise up. You men don't want to gird up thy loins. You know, you don't want to rise up, you careless daughters. you men don't want to gird up your loins, man. Make your body a living sacrifice. That's cool. You know, you still got these people out running around doing crazy stuff. I mean, occasionally, yeah, I go out, have a couple drinks and stuff, eat. Actually, I eat out every day almost. But that's coming to an end. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of eating out. I want to get the hell out of here. Even though it's like, ever since everything been happening, I feel like our lives have been getting more blessed. You know, like more and more, like we on a set journey. You know what I mean? Like we on a path. Either some of us gonna end in destruction, some of us gonna end in death, but some gonna end up getting to see the downfall of their enemy. Which, realistically, that's what we seeing, man. That's what we seeing. We seeing that, man. We seeing that, man. This is shit, man. People still want them stimulus checks, man. Fuck the stimulus check. I'm trying to get up out of here. Yeah, fire nados going on. That's what we want, is just fire and brimstone, man. Revelation 21:8, which the one I'm talking about is Revelations 21:16 or 16:21. Says, but the fearful and unbelieving, which these people are, and they're fearful. They be like, oh, they're not scared, but they're scared because they don't want to do the Lord's bid, the Lord's work. And the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and the sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So the first death was Noah. This is the second death. This third woe, second death. Okay, I mean, you add that together, that's 5. That's the hand of God. Hey, or Yahweh. But you know what's funny? It says, and all liars. So that's talking about your pastors. Okay? And everybody that's in these churches worshiping Cesare Bongiorno face, Serapis Crispy, Cesare Bulgari, Zeus, Allah, Carl's Jr., whatever it is that you worshiping, Trump, all you got to go. So the idolaters, so the people that was worshiping all those things, you know, and the unbelieving, talking about Vocab Malone and his goons, and the fearful, all you Christians, you so-called Christians, you're the fearful ones. You guys are the most fearful people I ever seen in my life. I told my sister-in-law, I was like, yo, this stuff is going to happen soon in our lifetime. She was like, no, I want to see my kids grow up. I want to go to heaven. What you talking about? I'm trying to be in heaven. Talking about, you want to see them grow up here? In this society? Where everything's upside down and backwards? Where the woman has compassed the man? Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that wickedness, man. I'm good. I'm real, like, realistically, I'm so good. I don't want to even deal with that. I'm so good on that, man. It says, we'll have, shit, man, I'm so good on that, man. I'm ready. Fire and brimstone. Why does it say fire and brimstone? Because watch this. There we go. Because you forget, Even though the nuclear missiles coming, you still got meteors coming too. Rocks from heaven that's going to fall out. Revelation 16:21. And there fell up on men a great hail out of the heaven. What is that talking about? It's talking about afterfall from the nuclear missiles, volcano stuff. It's talking about all kinds of fire. Talking about rocks falling from the heavens, meteors. Every stone about every stone, so it's talking about meteors, about the weight of a talent. And a talent weighs 70 pounds, you know. And men blasphemed who? Yahweh, because of the plague of hell. So that stuff is coming too. And you know it's coming because that's coming in November. They already talked about it because there was one that just passed in September. And there's an even bigger meteor that's coming in November. So don't expect more and more meteors to come. For the plague there was exceeding great. So they trying to say this is more than they could bear. But guess what? All them people that try to go and what the fuck? Oh. Hold up. What the hell? Slocky, give me a second. Slocky, give me a second. Where the fuck you go? Where the heck you go? Whatever. Alright. Damn, I'm sleeping on hot Cheetos. No wonder there was a little bug biting me. Tripping. Alright. It's like it. Yeah, but they gonna have their part in this second fire. And everybody that's joined onto them, you gonna have your part there. So that means if you for all you so-called Christians that defend your pastors as lying and defend abominations. Here, let me show you. You're an abomination. Those are some of my favorite verses, you know what I mean? Some of my favorite verses. So y'all standing up. So first of all, for everybody that agree with the SB 145 with the pedophilia, and it ain't even about pedophilia. Some of those people are of age, but you're talking about on the left-hand side because there's no procreation out of it. Okay? So Proverbs 11:21, it says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay? So you walk hand in hand, you're going to be punished. You walk in with them, you're going to be punished for that. Okay? And they be like, oh, that's not what that means. Well, that is what that means, okay? Because you put your trust in wickedness in man instead of putting your trust in Yahweh Bashir. You trust that they're like, oh, well, it's not affecting me. It is affecting you. Okay? It is affecting you. This is Proverbs 17 and 15. It says, he that justified the wicked. So you guys say it's not affecting you, though it's okay. That's their business. I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying away. Okay, well, you justifying the wicked by not speaking on it, And he that committeth the just, even they both are abominations unto the Lord, okay? So if you tell us we're in the wrong for talking about it, you're an abomination. Just like how you guys, when we tell you that when she bleeds, she's a young woman, you guys try to call us pedophiles for teaching you. Nobody tell you to go do nothing. Nobody tell you to rape nobody. We said that it's in the Bible. We don't tell you to do nothing. Okay? But you become false accusers. You slander. You blaspheme. So now you got this punishment. Okay? Because you committed to just. Okay? And then you be like, well, no. I'm not. There we go, right there. It says, Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, because he said it in the Bible. These people are going to get burnt. If you walk hand in hand with them, you're not telling them nothing, then guess what? You're not giving him the warning, nor speaking to warn the wicked from his wicked way, which your pastor's not doing. They're just saying, come as you are, put $20 in the tip jar, go to the back to the ATM machine to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So you're Cain. The blood is on your hand. So you're Esau. You're Cain. You denied the truth. You didn't want to tell the truth. If you say, "Nuh-uh, that's not true," I feel or whatever, yeah, you're the same person. You defend abominations, you defend wickedness. So the blood is on your hand. So the person that died's blood is on your hands because you defended the wickedness. You went against the Most High. Okay? And it's you. He tells you over and over. That's a sin. So you're sinning to go against them. And guess what? The wages of sin is death. Okay? So we already know that. For all those of you that don't know, let's get it. This is Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death. So guess what? What you got coming for you is the fire. He says, in the liar, so you're a liar. And the abomination, so you're an abomination because you agree with the abomination. And the adulterers, you just, well, all of it. You know what I mean? If you're one, you're all. It says, but the gift of God, Yahweh, is eternal life through, Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, our Lord, our Adawan. So, you agree with that, right? So, we don't do nothing. You hurt your own soul. Okay? That's what it says right here. Let's get it. This is Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. Okay, so how do you sin against him? One, you don't speak up on anything. Two, you're scared. You have fear. What's the other thing, people that's going to get thrown in there? The fearful, which are you Christians. You don't want to tell the truth. You don't want to tell your daughters and your sons the truth. There should be no sodomites of the sons of Israel. There should be no whores of the daughters of Zion. Simple. But y'all don't want to speak up on it because you're trying to be everybody's damn friend. Okay? That's the issue. You rather have everybody be your friend than everybody be against you. See, that's the difference between us. We don't give a damn about having friends. It says, all they that hate me love death. Okay, so you love sin. That's what he says. You love death. You love to die. Remember, this is not that difficult for you to understand. He tells you that right there. Okay? 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion. For Yahweh is not the author of confusion. There's nothing confusion about this, but of peace. So when you understand this, you're at peace with everything, as in all churches of the saints. So let you know that the churches that you in are not correct. Why? Because your churches are fearful, but of peace. Is there peace in your church? You think that you have peace in your church, in your building. There's no peace. There's too much going on. There's no peace. Nobody has answers. People are crying. We're at peace. When we see people die, we say judgment. Judgment. We know what it is. Okay? We're at peace, as in all churches of the saints. So all the people you see that are out here professing the name of Yahweh Shem Yeshai, these are the churches of the saints. We're the ones telling you, and we're at peace with what's going on. Okay? We're at peace with all the destructions and the fires and the famines and plagues that's going on. We're at peace. Why? Because he says, man, this is John 15:14. Ye are my friends. Okay? We're not worried about you being friends. It says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. And what are his commandments? To keep the law, statutes, and the commandments, right? Because the commandments are his loves. Whatsoever I love you. You know what I mean? Whatsoever that's why he gave you commandments, because he loves you. Whatsoever I command you. So you commit adultery, you ain't keeping the commandments, you ain't his friends. If you ain't his friend, then who are you? You his enemy. If you're not a friend, then what are you? Let's just see what Google says. Let's see. If we're not friends, then what are we? That's just me typing it in. Oh, see, they didn't took it to something else. If we ain't friends, we enemies. And that took it to some dating bullshit. Then we enemies. Delete that off of there. If we ain't friends, we enemies, okay? If we ain't friends, you against me. If we ain't friends, I can't trust thee. Okay? This is why he says, my people shall eat. You know, when you talking about your people, you talking about your friends. You know, in the hood, you be like, me and my people good. I don't know about y'all, but we good. You know what I mean? Me and my people, my crew, my people. The whole Bible is about my people. Look, my people shall eat. My people are foolish. My people reject knowledge. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. My people are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. Okay? That's all you got to realize. That's it. He got so many my people verses. My people, my people, my people. Okay? I came to save my people. My people. Okay? Who are my people? My friends. Who understand the mysteries of the kingdom? My people. My friends. My people. Not me. I'm just saying what it is. You know what I mean? But that's what he says. My friends. And realistically, you should be saying the same thing. My friends understand it, because you should be talking about the Akim and Aquatium. My friends understand. My people are going to eat. My people aren't rejected knowledge. My people's children shall not see hell. That's how it should be. My people talking about us. And then they're going to talk shit about you, and you could say, Hi, Shaw, hi, I am that I am. Why are that we are? Because of the seed of our father. That's why. Because you're going to be whatever the seed of your father is. Because if not, you is of your father the devil. Okay? So if your father exists, then whatever they say about us, I am that I am. That's it. You know what I mean? Whatever my father made me, that's what I am. I am that I am. I'm whatever my father made me. You know what I mean? But that ain't their business. Why? Because the main reason is Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So we telling you, we trying to work out our salvation. Why? Because what does he command you? If he said that you shall surely die and we say nothing, then guess what? Your blood is on our hands. Your blood is on our hands. And we don't want that. That's why when we prophesy, we tell you the truth. We just reading and telling you exactly what the Bible says. A lot of y'all get mad, whatever. You get mad, you want to punch in the face, you want to talk mess, you make videos. Go back to your pastor say we tripping, we lying, but guess what? Your pastor ain't got the light up in him, man. He ain't speaking from this word. He ain't got no truth. He don't understand the science. He don't speak the language of the Chaldeans. He don't get it. Yo, he don't get it, man. Your pastor don't understand the mysteries of this kingdom. He ain't ever put no verses together. Your pastor do like this. Let me show you how your pastor do. John 3:16. Very, very, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than the master, or greater than his Lord. Neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. Woo! So sit down. You ain't greater. You be like, the Lord had to give himself, so you gonna have to give yourself. So put your money in the basket. Woo! Oh, that ain't even John 3:16 either, though. But this is... You see, they got this one, so look at... For John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Woo! That whoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Woo! If you believe in him, you got to put your money in the basket. Put your money in that basket so you can get the healing. Pray and put your 10%. You got to give us 10% of your check. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Them your pastors. Okay? But they're forgetting to say, believeth in him should not perish. Right? So who is you believing in? They got those false idols. Remember that? Idolatry. Yep, that's going down. They don't know his name. Guess what? That's going down. Why? Because he says, back to it again. My people. Whoo! Right there. Y'all forgot about that, huh? Isaiah 56 or 52 and 6. Therefore, my people shall know my name. What y'all calling them over there in that church? Therefore, they shall know in that day that I am he that doeth speak. Behold, it is I. And guess what? He spoke. He spoke. He said plagues and pestilence. What you see in all these fires. He said that there should be rumors of wars. He said that I come to send fire to the earth. Guess what? So he spoke. So therefore, my people shall know my name. So guess what? We know his name. Or we saying his name. Therefore, they shall know that it was in that day that I am Salaka. Therefore, they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Guess what? He spoke all this, and look, everything is happening. Behold, it is I. So like I said, he says, I come to put fire on the earth. And what is the earth on? Fire. So who doing that? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So who's here? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. What? And who's he here for? My people, which is his people. You don't believe that? Okay, let's see. So it's going to separate the wheats and the tares, right? Let's get it. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. God, Yahweh, is not mocked. So you can't mock him like, oh, it ain't happened yet. We still good. He said, though it don't tarry, wait for it. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he also shall reap. Dang, guess what happened? Guess what happened? So when Yahweh was down here, did he not sow the seeds? Did he not put the word out? Did he not say that it was going to go to the far ends of the corner to all nations hear the word? So is that not him sowing? Did he not send out the apostles to go spread the word? That was him sowing. That shall he also reap. Was he not a man? He was a man. The Son of Man. So he gonna come and he gonna reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. So y'all sowing to slacking, sowing to your flesh. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Boom. So what he do? He about to reap everlasting life. He about to come get those seeds that he sowed. He gonna separate the wheats and the tares. He's gonna get the good seeds back. And guess what? And they gonna reap everlasting life. They gonna reap everlasting life. Okay? Guess what? We in that season. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing. Are y'all doing well by sitting in these churches saying that, hey, it's okay for them to be gay? It's okay for them to walk around here and women be the leaders and fucking be the leaders of Black Lives Matter? It's okay that you don't even know what Black Lives Matter means. That's why it says, blessed is he that readeth. Because if you go look at their quote and their modem or their motive, has nothing to do with the Israelite man. It has nothing to do with the so-called any of the Hebrew men. Period. Doesn't matter what nation. It has to do with taking down that foundation of the man being on top. Okay? For in due season we shall reap. Who's we? Who's going to come reap? Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the angels. If we faint not. And what's that talking about? That's talking about us. If we don't give up, we don't quit. Because you got a lot of men that quit in this truth that's just like, you know what? It ain't happening. It's taking too long. It ain't going to happen. And they go back into the world. And that also talks about we gonna reap. We planting right now. That goes to the left and the right hand side. If you're doing wickedness, you're gonna receive that. If you're trying to do righteousness, you're gonna receive that righteousness. You're gonna get your reward, your servant's reward. And in due season, and we're in that season where we're about to be rewarded for doing this work. Some more than others. Some of y'all didn't do the work, but you helped out. So you'll still get a prophet's reward. See, the pastors don't tell you about that either, right? Your pastor's supposed to be an angel. You know, he's supposed to be giving out a message. What message is he giving? Because sure enough, it's not the message of the Most High. His message is actually against the Most High, which means he's an adversary. So that means he's Satan. He's a 2/3. He's a devil. He's a devil. And according to the scriptures, he's going to be judged as least in the kingdom. He's going to be judged as least in the kingdom. So all these people that say the Bible's not true and all this stuff, they don't know that they're judging themselves and their children. And your children, yes, and your children. People are like, well, it's okay if it happens to me, nothing's going to happen to your children. It says that his children shall not see hell. That his hand shall cover this, that their children and not see hell. And that's talking about the men of the Lord. Everybody else, your children, it says that your women are going to be raped, ravished, and your kids are going to be dashed to pieces. What? Shall not see hell. The second Ezra 2:29. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. And you already know what he says. Who can deliver you out of my hand? Okay? That's if you're on the left or the right hand side. Okay? Look, so this is out the hand of the wicked. Jeremiah 15:21. And I will deliver thee out of the hand of the wicked. And I will redeem thee out of the hand of the terrible. So he's going to redeem us. So you don't got to be doing all that stuff. Okay? So we gonna get delivered. Here we go. I think this is it. Okay, this is Isaiah 43 and 13. Yeah, ye before the day was, I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. So nobody's gonna be able to take you. If you in the left hand side and you got death, you ain't getting taken out of that. Ain't nobody gonna come save you. I will work, and who shall let it? So that's what it is. He gonna work, and that's it. Like he just said on the other verse. If you're on the right hand side and your children's in there, he gonna deliver you out of your trouble. It don't matter how many times, man. That's not the verse I'm looking for. Here we go. This is Job. Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yet in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee. Okay? No evil is going to be able to touch you. Once you're in his hands, no evil is going to touch you. Okay? That's how his people going to eat. You know what I mean? It's like I had a verse and I should have put it. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue and my brain. And then 6 times shall no evil touch thee. Dang, Slacky, I had a verse. Oh, yeah. This is the one right here. Slacky, this is Proverbs 16 and 17. We're going to King James, baby. When a man when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Okay? So that means the beasts of the field, thy enemies, everybody. And everybody gonna see you in this day shine like gold. So guess what? So when people gonna be shining like gold, they ain't gonna want to get destroyed. So guess what? Psalms 110 and 110:1. It says, "The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand," because that's what side we try to be on, right? "Until I make thy enemies until I, not until we, until I," talking about him, Yahweh, "make thine enemies thy footstool." So right now what's happening? He's seeing all this destruction, all this death, all this stuff. They thinking that they're going to go build, these FEMA camps and all this stuff. Says they will build. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get that next. This Malachi. No. Yeah, Malachi 1:14. Worse, Edom saith, if we are impoverished, but we will return and build in a desolate place. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. So it doesn't matter, like they doing all this fires and stuff, like they think they're gonna rebuild, but they're not. Just like China thinks that he's gonna be the leading country, but he can't. It ain't gonna happen. That's not what's written in these scriptures. No. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So they think they're gonna build. Everybody thinks that they're gonna build this one world government. No, it's gonna get destroyed. It's gonna be destroyed. Okay? It will be destroyed. It will be destroyed. Whew, there's some good verses right here. It says, they shall seek me early. See, he has 2 verses that says, I love those that seek me early. Like, we seeking him early now. Okay? He says, I love those that seek me early. But then he also said, they shall seek me early in thy destruction, and I shall turn my face. He ain't going to answer you. It says Proverbs 1:28. For the rest of you that thinks that you're just going to wait, and now you want to call on Yahweh Shem Yashai. Now you want to be praying to Serapis Christi. Now you ain't even got the name because you wasn't paying attention to videos. You wasn't trying to do no videos. You wasn't trying to do no type of reading. You was too busy running around here on OnlyFans. You was too busy running around here watching about football because you think that the bread and circus is back. You was too busy worried about all this stuff. Worried about new cars. Worried about these bitches. Worried about dudes. Worried about dicks that you could just ride and whatever you're doing. You know, being narcissistic. Thinking you have some type of authority over the man. Being out of order because your pastor told you it's okay for you to get divorces. It's okay for you to have multiple husbands. Your pastor told you that, that your daughter that's bleeding is not a woman. No, those are all against the Most High. Okay? Your pastors told you it's okay to have abortions. Okay? Your pastors told you it's okay that you the neck and you control the head. Since when does the neck control the head? The head controls the neck because the brain controls the neck and tells it which way to move. Okay? They got it all fucked up by trying to put you ahead. Happy wife, happy life. Get that bullshit out of here. Happy man, that's the plan. Like we always say. Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon my name. Or it's like it. Then shall they call upon me. When? When they're in trouble. But I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Guess what? You're going to be trying to get on the chariot. That's why it's talking about you women going to be grabbing hold of men. That's raping men. You're going to be like dick. Like, literally, when you think about these women grabbing hold, when they scared, what do? They dig their nails into you. They do all kinds of stuff. They rip in your shirt. Like, when shit happens, a woman can get you killed because she be just, grabbing, trying to hold you. Like, you know what I mean? But if you smart, just shit, man, pop, get off me. Like, you got to understand the situation. Like, lifeguards is told to hit the woman, hit the man. They panicking, knock their ass out. But see, the world will tell you, nah, that's not okay. So I'm supposed to die because of this bitch? So, for instance, people tell me I'm in the wrong because I slept a woman because she was hitting me while I was holding a newborn baby. Yeah, nope, you got to go. That's not the wrong. You're supposed to protect your family. That's my daughter. I don't give a damn who you are. See, you didn't want to seek us early. You want to become enemies and stuff. A woman can get you killed or hurt. What, we supposed to just lose our child because you want to be bipolar? That's not how the world works. You guys go and join all these wicked-ass, weak-ass, effeminate-ass men that go around and they, they're wicked and they're weak, because a lot of these men say, oh, I hit back or I do this, and then they say that when there's certain women around that say they don't. That's weak. I tell them from the beginning, don't fucking put your hands on me. You hit me, the second time, I'm gonna knock you out. Don't hit me. If you fight with your brothers, so you fight with your brothers at home, you and your ex was fighting, then we can't be in a relationship. So you saying that your brothers and your fathers will fist fight with you, and you think you want to have a relationship with me? I'm not the one, because I'm gonna end up I don't want to be carnal, because I know I'm gonna take it to. I'm gonna go to your brothers them about the issue, and then they gonna be trying to trip and act hard, and that's the problem. I'm not willing to bow down to that. But y'all want men to bow down. See, like I said, men, you stupid. Either way, you're going to be called a bitch. If you get beat up, you a bitch. If you hit back, you a bitch. Either way, you a bitch. So to get rid of that bitch, plain out and simple. I don't care what everybody else says. Well, she didn't cheat. She didn't do. If she put her hands on you, get that bitch out of your life. You know what I mean? She don't know how to be in order. That bitch is a bitch. Get her out. That's it. Plain out and simple. But now this is why I say they're going to be running to you. You're going to have your exes. Like in this time, I keep telling you, there is mass women on the fucking street, sleeping in cars, sleeping on BLM land, which means Bureau of Land Management. There's certain lands we're zoning. They're sleeping in camp sections. People are sleeping in their cars all over California. And I'm talking about all over Arizona, you got it happening. These shelters are already packed with women. They're already packed. So guess what? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to be trying to cleave onto you men. And if you don't understand, even when I was little, I was telling Malek Aria about this. Like I told you guys, I used to rake graveyards, do all that. I would have all kinds of like food stamps, down laters, candies. Like I worked my ass off. Even as a little, I'm talking about like 6, 7 years old, walking around Omaha, Nebraska, raking yards by myself. Trying to get my family up out the projects. Taking whatever I could. You know what I mean? I hated them niggas that was around. To this day, I hate them niggas. I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck up away from these people. But, you know, you got wicked ass women. What happened when my mom and my sister found my stash of money? Fucking they went and spent it. It was my shit. I worked for it. But look how you wicked women are. My sister went and saw me hiding all this money. She's like, Mama, look. He got all this money. I left, came back. All my shit gone. I'm talking about drawers full. Like, well, not even a full drawer, but like, I had a grip. I'm talking about like, literally, I would take the drawer out and I would just throw money and candy in the back of the drawer. Like, that's it. Just, and then put the drawer back in. You know what I mean? I had money. Like, you'd be like, this little kid had that much money? Like, man, and I'm talking about food stamps, $50 food stamps, like, food stamps, man, working. And then the young freaking girls, like, and my sister, they would be holding me down like, oh, you got to be her boyfriend. So think about that. As a little man, I'm talking about 6 years old, I was going through that shit. So imagine what the fuck is about to happen during this Jacob's trouble. You think that when they say take a hold, these women gonna be going around telling people they your woman. No, I'm called by his last name. I'm his wife. You ain't ever been in that situation? I've been in that situation when girls will be like, please say I'm your boyfriend, or please say you my boyfriend to get this nigga away from me. Please say this. Please say that. That's coming. Remember, it's coming. They gonna be so afraid. Man, when it says tremble, you women are at ease, tremble. You see how many mass deaths that are just going on in these fires? People on these streets. You know, if you watch anything about this, what's that street in fucking LA? Skid Row. When they talk about all them women that's getting raped in those tents. Do you know about, man, I was just watching a video yesterday about all them women getting raped in those tents. And you got to think about the UN. How many of the UN? They got tens of thousands of rape cases. Never gone to court. Man, there was this one woman that was so pretty. Like a model, man, that went homeless. She got fucked in the tent for a cigarette. For a cigarette. You know how down your fucking self-esteem got to be? And the dude said, I didn't even like her like that. And he was like, man, just some bummy, like, garbage, trash, like, not even an Oscar to Grouch clean, like, just fucking disgusting. Because Oscar the Grouch is my favorite. I ain't going to insult him like that. But let me get this. Y'all think this is a joke. See, and you got all these weak-ass men that tell you, nah, it ain't going to happen. You going to be okay, baby, whoop-de-whoop. And those are the same men that got these women on the corner begging for money. But when you try to tell them the truth, they don't want to hear that shit. Then they wonder why they look so fucking bummy and disgusting. Isaiah 13 and 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces. So your children. Y'all think that he has mercy? He has no mercy on you. Before their eyes, their house shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. So you think that you gonna just, you women, you got a bunch of you women and you weak ass men that be like, oh, guns, I got this guns, all this. The Most High already got some plans for you. He already got some plans. You women, because I remember talking to these strippers, man, strip club. I go tell them about this shit. Okay? I would go tell them about this shit, you know? About the stuff that's coming. Tell them, hey, man, get you a different job. Get up out of here. Do this, you know. Guess what? They think that, oh, I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to be with my bitches. I'm going to be with my girls. How the fuck is a woman going to lead you? Just like this Black Lives Matter movement. Look, man. Y'all don't get it. It's funny that, you know, y'all be like, oh, I'm a lesbian. You gonna have lesbians, man. Yet men are just gonna come and just fucking, they gonna run through y'all asses. You thought that woman was gonna protect you. You thought that dyke woman was your, and y'all still gonna be trying to hold hands, dying together. And then you gonna remember Tyrone. Or you gonna remember like one of the men that told you on the streets, man, your life gonna be flashing through your eyes. And you got some sick men out there too, man. Like, they ain't gonna just have sex with you. Some of these men gonna tie you up, man. There's just gonna be some shit that happens, man. Look at some shit, man. Look at some of these murder cases. Look at where's all these Native American women. Think about all the children that's coming up missing, dashed to pieces in these foster cares. Shit, man, I do these Bible verses. My own ex-wife, I tell her, guess what? One of they fostered adopted daughters and came up missing. 15 years old, running around fucking showing their body to like gang members online and shit. 30-year-old men and shit online out in California. Now she lost in the streets somewhere. Over for some Xanax and weed. But y'all don't want to listen to us. Y'all want to do whatever. This whole time, all these years, been telling her, guess what? She don't want to fucking listen. Guess what? Judgment. She don't want to tell her little sisters. Guess what? Judgment. And then if you tell them, like, hey, remember when I was telling you this? They get mad at you like it's your fault. Bitch, I was telling you. What do you mean? Dashed to pieces. Spoiled. And their wives ravished. And yes, your little sisters are wives. Even if I ain't talking about married maybe, but still in that aspect of acting like a woman and being taught how to be a wife, cooking and cleaning. Yes, that's raising them correct. And look, they coming up missing. But then y'all be like, pray for us. Pray for us. Pray my little sister's missing. Pray. What does he say? What does he say? You already know where I'm going. Pray for the world that's on fire. John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Who's he praying for? The ones that's out here that's teaching. Okay? The ones that's going to go through the stuff. He's praying for them to have strength. Not the world. Because the world would love its own. So you joined into the world. Remember, the servant's not greater than its master. Come on. But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So they yours. You know what I mean? The ones that he has given, the ones that are his, they're the Father's. Okay. He says, pray not for them. See, y'all think that this is crazy. And y'all over here celebrating all this death day, all my brothers and all these people dying. Man, Jeremiah 17. Therefore, pray not thou for these people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them. So when y'all over here dying, what do we say? I just told you earlier in a different verse. We're at peace. Y'all ain't at peace because you don't understand the scriptures. If you understood the scriptures, then you know that this life is freaking horrible, that it's better to even be dead. He said in the book of Job, neither make intercessions to me, for I will not hear thee. Damn. So when you be like, please, Father, ooh, doing all this stuff, trying to make all this stuff, nah, it don't work. Okay? You can't pray for them. It's too late. That's why he say pray not for the dead. They're already dead. They had their chance. They had their chance. Why did they have their chance? Because their blood is now on your hands because you didn't want to teach them the truth. You didn't want to tell them the truth. You was too worried about being fucking dismayed or disliked by everybody else. Okay? You got to remember who's blessed, though. Let's get it. So you understand, because you're not blessed. Let's get it. This is Luke 6:22. This is blessed are ye when men shall hate you. So now you know you're blessed. Even though you don't think you blessed because you're like, man, I'm losing everything. I'm losing my job because I told the truth. Everybody's against me because I told the truth. Guess who's the blessed one? You're the blessed one. Why? Because everybody else can't get prayed for. Everybody else is going to die. Everybody. This is why it says, you shall be at peace. That's why it's kind of like when people be like, you have no friends. So? Why? Because what did I read earlier? It says, ye are my friends if you do what I command you. Everybody else ain't doing it, so they ain't his friends. So why would you even want to hang out with them? He says, do not be unevenly yoked with unbelievers. So if they don't believe, who cares? You can't pray for them anyway. He ain't gonna hear you. You're gonna be like, who? Oh, Tyrone. I don't know that nigga. It says, and when they shall separate you from their company. So you getting gang stalked, you got all these groups after you, you got them stopping you to doing stuff. You're blessed. Okay? A bank robber doesn't rob an empty bank. You're blessed. And shall reproach you. What does that mean? To try to reprove you, they try to reproach you, like try to tell you different, like, nah, you wrong. No, that's wrong. Even though you try to tell them the truth, but guess what? He says, my people were foolish. My people reject knowledge. Okay? They tell you that, oh, that's just your perspective or whatever. The Bible says there's no such thing as a interpretation. I mean, there's no interpretation of the world, not there's no such thing. And cast out your name as evil. So when there's rumors about you, then you know you the shit. when they talking shit about you, when they saying, oh, you pedophile for 10, hey, that's a young woman, that's a young man. When they talk bad about you, call your name evil, saying, hey, there's something wrong with you because you want to live this way Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob lived, because you want to be set apart, because you don't want to go to these churches, because you want to do what the Bible says, for the Son of Man's sake. Remember, it says, rejoice ye in that day. You should be happy. Why you think everybody, you should be at peace, you should be happy. You see all this stuff is going on, that's letting you know that the elect is already sealed. All these fires, but people will be like, oh, the government's doing it. But who's controlling the government? You think that anybody, you say, oh, people just got free will. No, the fuck you don't. And leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. Woo! Hey, that's why it says, hey, be ye faithful unto death. and you shall receive your crown of life. You know what I mean? It don't say, oh, worry about everybody else that's talking mess about you. Who cares? For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Okay, so they like it says, you are of your father the devil, because their fathers did the same thing to your forefathers. Okay? So like when we talk about prophecy, prophets and prophecies, it says that a good tree can't produce bad fruit. So if your forefathers is prophesying, you're going to be prophesying. Not necessarily everybody. You get what I'm saying? Some seeds, you got some bad seeds. But overall the tree's good. But a bad tree ain't going to produce no good fruit. You know what I mean? A bad tree is going to try to teach this word, but they can't understand the parables. They can't put this stuff together. They can't be like this. They just be like John 3:16. That's it. But that's not what he's talking about. That's not what he's talking about. That woohoo! You should be rejoicing, man. That's what I say. When you see like all the fires and the famines and all this stuff, it means it's you getting close. That's why you're supposed to be looking up at the sky. It says your time draws nigh. The time draws nigh. He's getting closer and closer. He already here, because he already says, I come to set fires to the earth. The earth is on fire. All we need is more fire. We need more fire. Like how they say in Jamaica, more fire. That's it. But don't worry, everybody else is scared. That's why they tell you not to talk about it. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear smooth things, just like they want to hear before. They say, speak to us deceit. People don't want to hear the truth. That's why these pastors be like, oh, leading the sheep astray. Let's lead them the wrong way. Remember, he says, if you love me, feed my flock. Feed my flock. Tell them the truth. When you feed, you don't just be like scribble a little bit of stuff there. That's not what feeding is. He says you can't live on bread alone. You got to eat the whole roll. You got to eat this word. You need this word. You got to eat the whole roll. You want to be hungry? Eat. This is what you eat. Man, you want to be at peace? This is what you eat. Your diet matters. What you feed your brain to. Your spirit. This is Isaiah 30:10. Which say to the seers, see not. We telling you what's going on. Look, this is what's about to happen. Everybody will say, no. Hey, man, it's about to be famine. It's about to be plagues. About to be pestilence. Hey, the coronavirus is about to be hitting off. Nah, we ain't got to do that. That ain't going to happen. It'll never happen in the U.S. Hey, there's about to be a big old war. China's going to back herself by gold. Nah, it ain't never happened. We'll never have World War III. That'll never happen. Okay, cool. And to the prophets, prophesy not. What's a prophet? People want to make a mockery out of it, but you can't mock the Lord, right? What is a prophet? A person that's telling you something that's going to come to pass. And if it comes to pass, that's the person that's prophesying. So if we say, hey, if you don't put your seatbelt on and the cop come, when a cop come, he going to give you a ticket. And it don't happen, then it's a lie. But if it come and it happens, then it's prophesied. We telling you exactly what's going on. You act like we doing something so mysteriously wrong. We're just telling you what we see, and y'all blind. You're blind to the facts. You're blind to the truth. You choose to be that way. Because a lot of you can actually see, you just ignore it. And you stuck in your ways. Because that's what it talks about, even in the mysteries, where he says, why do you speak to them in parables? Some of you know the truth, and you'll still deny it. And guess what? There's punishment for that. You're still the slanderer. You knew the truth. You did nothing about it. The blood is on your hands. And you slandered the man that was trying to tell you. You got a special death coming for you. Says, prophesy not unto us right things. So don't tell you the truth. Don't tell you the truth. And that's how all this shit started in California. I remember it was like maybe 3-4 years ago. My ex-wife's little brother comes over playing PlayStation. I'm letting them download Lego games, whatever, playing or whatever they doing online, playing. Whatever. So it's nighttime. I tell him something. I'm like, yo, why you whoop-de-whoop? He says, no, you can't tell me that because I don't want to hear the truth. Because the truth hurts I said, what are they teaching in California? I don't want to hear the truth because it hurts me. I said, what the fudge? I tell people all the time, tell me the truth because I'm trying to fix my shit. I don't want to be messed up. They want to hear not the truth. That's why now you got the SB 145. Now you got those pedophiles and stuff over there saying, oh, it's okay if you're 10 years older to sleep with a young boy or whatever, a woman to sleep with a young girl. See, but y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. That's the left-hand side. But if we were to tell you, hey, that's a young woman, she can get pregnant. No, that's pedophile. We're just telling you what the Bible says. That's a young woman. But you're saying that it's okay because she cannot procreate, is what you guys are saying. And you guys, those are the same groups. Black Lives Matter and pedophilia. You guys all go together with the LGBTQWPX. All of you guys are all in the same boat. Regardless of what you say, you walking hand in hand, agreeing with abominations. It's a done deal. Okay? So if he was gay and he becomes the abomination because you joined the Black Lives Matter movement and all that, guess what? You're an abomination also. Because they are all about putting if you read their quota, it's about saying, oh, we want to make partners, which are two men. We're talking about the transgender woman, and we're talking about the kids. Has nothing to do with the male being on top. It's all destroying the household, everything that they have. And guess what? What does he say? Do not be unevenly yoked. He says to be decent and in order. That is not order, because it's not woman above man. It's not man above man. That's not how it works. Okay? It's man above woman, and above man is Yahweh, which you guys call Jesus, and above Yahweh, which is the Father, the Abba, the Father, the power, the Elohim. You know what I mean? Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy to see, and that's why you're in the situation now. You guys allowed so much stuff. Oh, well, I feel this way. I feel this way. Well, guess what? All your feelings then allowed you to get to this position where you're like, I feel, well, now you can't say nothing. Because you felt like, oh, it's okay. Now you're like, look at these toys, and you're trying to speak out, but now you're speaking out and you're only doing it for you to get views. You're not speaking out because you're like, hey, this is what's supposed to be done. This is the right thing. You're speaking out because you're like, oh, this troll toy has a button on the bottom between his legs, and it's like trying to teach little kids whatever. You're only doing that to get views. You're not really trying to teach the right thing. You're not. You're not going around saying, hey, little kids, you need to be at home with your parents. You need to be doing it. You're not teaching that. Young women, you need to be at home, keepers of home, like it says in Titus, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, whatever, to be chaste keepers of home, to be obedient to their husbands and to love their children. You're not teaching them that. You're not. You're teaching them, oh, it's okay to go out and twerk. It's all right for Netflix to have these little shows where these girls are in a twerking competition, where these high schools have twerking competition. When that's not cheerleading. When did shaking your ass become a sport? Oh, that's not how the Most High created it. He said there should be no whores. You're not even supposed to be wearing clothes that would make a young man, which is, you women are the main rapers, because you're taking away from these young men's minds. So that they don't be focused on how to build a kingdom and how to serve their Father. They're over here looking at you twerk online. Why do you think porn is free, but food ain't? Destroy the man. Destroy his seed. But guess what? You women take so many shots anyway, you're destroying yourself, your own uterus. But you don't get it. We try to tell you, but you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't want to. The number one thing you're supposed to do is reproduce. Reproduce. He said to be fruitful. What did he say? To be fruitful and repopulate the earth. Guess what? You didn't want to do it, so guess what? If you ain't chosen to do it again, if you wasn't chosen from the beginning of time, from the beginning of existence, when it comes time, and it's the 1/3 men, women, and children, because he's going to kill 2/3 of his own people. And guess what? Who's he going to use to do it? Esau. He's going to be the sword to destroy you. 2/3 of his own people. The 1/3 men, women, and children, guess what's going to happen? The women are going to be used to what? Repopulate the earth. Why? Because there's nothing new under the sun. Do you understand that? What was then shall be again. Okay? And it ain't never going back to how it was, though. It's not going back to being out of order. There's going to be decent and in order. There's going to be laws and things set. And if you get out of order, you're going to get your head busted. Oh, man, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful to be in order, man. The animals are going to be in order. Like, stuff's going to be in order. But, hey, y'all don't want the truth. You're trying to deny the things like, hey, well, like the sign said, it's 2020. Forget 5 o'clock somewhere. Drink. Why? Because that's what everybody's doing. You're losing everything you got. All those businesses that were on fire, and it's funny that it's the blue states, right? It's not Trump states that's getting burned. It's the blue states, the ones that would have voted for Trump's. But guess what? It's a mail-in ballot. So guess what? Who's going to get mail if California's on fire? Exactly. There ain't even electricity in half the places. They shut the electricity off. So how you going to vote? Y'all still worry about, we got to make sure Trump's not in there. Oh, we got to make sure Biden's in there. Trump's the best president for prophecy. I keep telling you. Trump is the best. So I'll be like, oh, we don't want Trump. Hey, man, let the Lord use Trump to do what he got to do. But y'all ain't going to get it, man. Y'all going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck, man. And you're going to be hungry. You're going to be trotted down in the streets. When this war break off, you ain't going to have no bridegrooms. See, look. You women, he told you to be pregnant. He said you should be saved in childbearing, right? How are you going to be saved? A man of the Lord shall be your hiding place. A man shall be your hiding place from the wind and the covert and all this stuff. Destruction, right? From war and everything else. A man shall be. So why do you need a man? You need a man to get pregnant, not a woman. So all you dykes and all you other whatever, bisexual, pansexual, animal sexuals, take your ass to war. You old enough. You've been twerking this whole time anyway. You're going to go to war. And guess what? You could have been saved in childbearing. But guess what? You'll be trotted down in the streets because you'll have no bridegrooms, okay? You ain't going to have that. Okay? That. While the bridegroom tarried, that's not the one. Well, that's kind of it. The bridegroom is tarrying. Don't nobody want to hear this truth, though. It's having no bridegrooms. Nobody want to hear the truth. People think just everything's going to stay the same. And the virgins, now when it's saying virgins, it ain't talking about you ain't ever had sex. It's talking about the women, the young women or the older women, like the women that are of age to get married. Because once you hit a certain age, you can't be getting married no more. And the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Boom. Okay? Okay? Their daughters shall mourn. So what is that? That's talking about you virgins, you women, you women, you women. And guess what? You daughters, you women shall mourn, having no helpers. And who's to help me? You are. And who is going to help you? The men. Why? Because a man shall be the hiding place. Guess why? Because the man is more fine than gold, bro. That's it. The man shall be. Because there's order. So with no order, you have no help. So if you don't put the man above you, guess what? How you going to get to the Mashiach? Well, you didn't want to listen. So when you calling for him, what is he going to do again? He is going to turn his head. He shall not hear you. Right? He don't need everybody. Y'all be like, oh, I'm saved. I'm saved. I'm so Christian. I'm saved. I'm saved. When he says he's going to take one grape from the cluster, throw the rest away. One seed. He said he's going to take one from a city, two from a family. There's a lot of people in these cities, okay? Woo, this shit is, hey, man, you don't even understand what's going on. Y'all still don't get it. Y'all, man, hey, I'm surprised I haven't seen the comment boards lit up with women just be like, hey, you know what, if you're a man of the Lord, let me give, I'm so surprised. But it's going to wait, I guess it's going to take till y'all trot it down in the street. Y'all stinky. That's what it says you're going to stink. So you're going to have to wait till y'all pilgrims up on the earth before you be like, before you get humble. You're going to have to wait till he strip you bare. Man, he going to strip you bare. You wait. Some of y'all going to have to wait till y'all get raped and ravished. Till your kids get dashed to pieces. But your mind's going to be so fucked up. Your mind's going to be so fucked up after that. I wouldn't be surprised if you commit suicide. Your mind's going to be so fucked up. But remember, it also says you're going to be so hungry that you're going to eat your own kids. Y'all don't get what's coming, man. You really don't, man. You see a person like me or some other brothers that's just like by themselves. You see like the groups talking shit, being separated. I keep telling y'all stupid asses, those are the men you need to be around. Sometimes them niggas is weird though, because I'm a little weird too. Like you come around me, I'll be staring at you like, man, I don't trust, because I don't trust nobody. I'm very picky. I'm so picky, like, man, I'm telling you, do you got a divorce letter? I'll show you in a text message right now. I told a woman, I ain't playing. I said, well, shit, you left him? Nah, you still with him. I said, well, you get a piece of paper from him saying that he don't want you. She said, okay. You know she ain't. Women always want to feel wanted. But, hey, man, I'm just surprised. With all this prophecy and stuff going on, you women still haven't been like, hey, I'll help you out. Hey, this. You know, I've been humble. Like, I was humble of, like, today where I thought about it. I was like, that lady I helped, man. In my spirit, I was like, but at the same time, I helped one of these other women, and then she was a bitch the next day. I tried to give her a dab. She act like I ain't touching your hand, black dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some shit like that. But this woman was so humble. She was hungry, but then I'm like, you know, people, they play the game. You know what I mean? They got husbands somewhere, or boyfriend somewhere. You know what I mean? They play that game. But it really looked like she was sleeping in her car. That I was almost like, man, shit, you know, I don't even sleep on the bed part of my RV. You know, I just lay on this other part. You know, I was like, man, I was almost humble enough to be like, you know, I'm going to my land. Maybe she would help me out, you know, help me plant stuff. But then some of my spirit was like, nah, because these bitches be lying. Nah, for real, because y'all, like, I can help you out, and then somebody else will ask you something, and y'all try to change it to something else, like I'm trying to get with you. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't even want to deal with that shit. But at the same time, I still don't see. I don't see why I don't see y'all asking. Knowing that you need a man of the Lord to be saved. That you need a husband. That you're going to get married off anyway. But, like it says, you know, don't rush the rivers, you know, the way, the flow. You don't do it. I get it. But I still just don't get why y'all ain't even trying. Not that I'm, like I said, I know y'all scared of rejection, because a lot of us men, we going to reject you. And that's to be honest, that's the total truth. We gonna reject a lot of you women. We are. Because of how you were. We gonna reject you. We don't want to deal with it. But I'm still surprised I haven't been seeing women asking. Because I know all over California, y'all, man, I know y'all didn't heard about the truth. Y'all done seen the truth, heard about it. You had to have seen it. But y'all in this whole, like, I mean, I sit here and tell some of these women that are my friends on Snapchat, and they bugged out. Like, I'm like, y'all really doing Black Lives Matter rallies, and I'm sitting here telling you about the Bible, and y'all act like I'm the crazy one. Y'all over there taking a kneel because somebody tell you to take a knee, but you don't want to take the knee that Yahweh Shai told you to take, which is bow down to your husband and be obedient. But you'll take a knee to another man that says, take a knee, we're going to need 20 seconds for this man that passed away that you never met before in your life. That was not doing what the Most High said to do. Was not agreeing with his adversary. Quickly, you know what I mean? So he could be delivered. Hey, that's crazy. That picture's right there too, huh? I wonder what that is. I'm gonna have to click it. Oh, she look like an Israelite, a Puerto Rican. Oh, she a Ephraimite. She an Ephraimite. Well, look like she could be. Man, hey, I'm gonna just end that right there because we got more stuff coming. When the water turns to blood, maybe then y'all will want to get in order. Shit, man. Wow, man. That's why he says at your disasters, with your at your calamity, he's gonna laugh, man. He says that. Man, he says, Proverbs 1:26, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Man, he gonna mock when your fear cometh. Because guess what? It's coming. A lot of y'all fearful of being broke. A lot of y'all been looking down at homeless people. Now you about to be out there with them. Talking about the people in tents. It'd be funny when it's you young women that been talking shit. You know, you raised a certain way. Your parents got money. And then when you go broke, you realize all that shit you've been talking and how you've been trying to act. That ain't really who you is. And that you don't fit that. That you ain't as tough as you think. And that's what's going to happen. He going to bring you low. When your fear cometh as desolation. And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. And who's going to protect you from the wind? The men are. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Once again, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. How many times he got to tell you he going to turn his head? Deuteronomy 32:20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very forward generation. Children in whom is no faith. Why do you have no faith? Because you're not seeking him now. You don't believe in spiritual powers. You don't believe in the order. You believe that you are equal to a man. Uh-oh, man. He about to just destroy this bitch, man. Man, he gonna hide his face. Man, y'all don't even get it, man. Like, imagine the person you need. It's like when you need us men after you done broke up with us and we won't get back with you. And you be like, I was wrong, please. And you chasing us down the street. Please, I was wrong, but we don't care about you no more. We walking. We don't care that your ex is beating the shit out of you or your new dude beating the shit out of you. You want to cheat on us, so now you want to run back to us. That ain't how it's going to work. And that ain't how it's going to work with him. So when you women are trying, that's why I keep trying to say, you better do it now. Because when it's coming time, it's going to be too late. If he going to hide his face from you because you didn't have faith. You didn't have faith to ask these men on the comment board to try to get with them. Even though you might get denied. And I know a lot of us do talk shit about groupies jumping around. But hey, shit, man. To be honest, you can't force the course of the river, but having faith and asking, praying, seeing who you should ask. Because when you don't, when you come time and you try to chase them down, you ain't going to be able to. He going to be like, well, why didn't you ask me back then? Because that's why didn't you ask me then? Oh, I just was sitting. No, you was still in your pride. You were in your pride. You thought that you would be okay. You thought you was hoping everything would get back to normal. But guess what? Pride go before destruction. And that's why you going to have destruction. Okay? This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit. So you haughty, you waiting before a fall. He tell you put off not day to day. You see the men, you have a chance. Take them. Okay? Take them. Serve him. Ask. Just be honest. For once, fucking be honest. Like, that's the most basic thing you can do is just be like, look, I'm not the prettiest woman. Or you be like, I don't cook the best right now, but I'm willing to serve you. I'll give up. I have this. You can have it all. Hey, that right there. For woman's like, I have this house, but you can have it. It's yours. I have this food. It's yours. I have this job. It's yours. I just want to serve you and be up under you. You know how I do? I'd be like, I would really probably consider that. I would be like, that's a graceful, that's very nice of you. I would be like, yo, that's kind of kind. You know what I mean? But the women, you ain't doing that. So this is where your pride's going to come before your destruction. Your haughty spirit. You putting off day to day like, oh, look, that goes for you women too. He gave you commandments. Even though he told us not to get married in this place. But to still be up under a man, be like, yo, I'm going to help you out with whatever you need. Look, Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Why does he make no tarry? To turn to the Lord. So guess what? You women need a man to turn to the Lord. You had to go through a man. And put off not from day to day. But guess what? You're like, nah, I don't need no man. I'm good. I understand you got widows and stuff you got to get over and stuff like that. But you're putting off day to day. For suddenly shall a wrath of the Lord come forth. So you're going to need a man in that time when stuff happens. And in thy security, because you're in your own security. You men too, this is going both ways. Men that ain't trying to put their trust in the Lord. You in your own security. You women that think you good until, hey, well, I'm going to be good. I'll find a man in the Lord later. No. Do that shit now. Show your obedience now. You want to show the Most High that you love him, then serve a man like you're supposed to. That's what it says. Thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's what's coming. Serve a man. That's why you got the devil walking around seeking whom he could devour. Telling you women that you can't, it's okay for you not to be with the man. Why? Because guess what? In the time you're going to get devoured. We already went over that dash to pieces. Breaking in houses. You're strong man. You got these weak ass men that you with that don't follow the word. And in your calamity, guess what he's going to do? He's going to laugh at your calamity. Okay? Okay? I forgot what verse I was going to get. Slacking. But it had to do with that. Put off not day to day. You know what I mean? Shoot, man. This is... Yeah, man. If you wait, I'm just saying. I know you women are like, nah, I don't need a man. I'm going to be okay. Some of the other apostles said that. Akim said it's going to be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. By that time, it'll be too late. Okay, so you want to wait to get a man of the Lord when all the power goes out, and now you want to try to find a man of the Lord if there's an EMP, so you're going to just be running on the streets. That's what you want to wait for. You want to wait for trying to carry your babies on the street instead of getting with a man of the Lord now. You want to wait till then, till all hell breaks loose, is what you're saying. That's that waiting around for the man. That's when your calamity comes. He's going to deliver you if you chosen from the beginning of existence. But guess what? It's still like, why did you choose that road? You know, maybe it's set for you to choose that life. But you got to think, all the shit that you're going to go through just to be up under a man anyway. That to me is just like, man, how you gonna try to contact him? EMP, you have no phone, you have no internet. He ain't got no phone, he ain't got no internet to even respond to you. The world's gonna be on fire, you're gonna be running for your life. He may not even have on anything that make him look like a man of the Lord. He might not even be prophesying. He might just be hiding. You know, well, he ain't. He probably gonna be running. Being a pilgrim up on the earth. So why would you not want to get with the man of the Lord now and be obedient and show the Most High that you love him? Because it says a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. And how do you fear the Lord? By keeping the commandments, by serving your husband. That's how you fear the Lord. You serve your husband. You be obedient to your husband. That's how you fear the Lord. That's how you get praise. Damn. Y'all really want to wait till the last little bit before y'all, like, man, that... It's kind of like that woman who said, can't y'all wait for a year to start prophesying? What the fuck? Who says there's even a year left? There's just so much stuff going on, and it's like, I don't understand why people were trying to wait till the last minute. Not even just you women, but you men. You wait until the last minute to want to try to do videos. You wait until the last minute. What if he shut the internet off? Now you can't do a video. Teach what you know. Teach what you know. You don't want to be hated. You scared. Who did he say he's going to destroy? The fearful. You don't think we ever have problems? You got to let the Most High guide in. You know, you let the Most High carry you. That's what he's doing anyway. Being fearful ain't going to get you saved. What does it say? The fearful going to get thrown into that second death. You women. You fearful. You don't want to be up under a man because you scared. Guess what? That includes you. You're going to get thrown in that second death. He's going to laugh at your calamity. Why you don't want to be with somebody? Because somebody spoke deceit upon him? Somebody talk mess? That's why you'll probably go before destruction. I go for both y'all, man. You men and you women, man. I go for both of you. Seeking who we could destroy, man. You sitting there waiting. Fearful. Fearful, man. Ain't got no pride. To tell the truth. You scared when people ask you why. You know how many people, I fucking wash my clothes at a truck stop. I go shower or whatever. Come back, people and pour bleach on my shit. Why? Because they know I'm telling the truth. Or they go and they fuck with my showers. I go take a shower, they go in the back, and the people that work there will turn off the cold water. So I'll be showering, it just turn blazing hot. Y'all don't want to deal with this shit. You scared. Some fucking pussies. On both sides. You men and you women. You women could be doing videos telling other women, well, depending on if your husband says it's okay, telling women how to be women. Not in your opinion, in what your husband says, if he's a man of the Lord. Or you could be talking to women on the street. You know? But hey, man, I'm just going to end it right there, man. Y'all worried about this shit, man. You know what I did? They bleached my clothes. You know, I fucking wore them. Give a fuck. It still ain't going to stop me. And women still talk to me. But it ain't the ones that I don't know which ones is the ones that I need or want. You know, but I don't do that adultery shit. You had an ex-husband, that's it. I don't do that nigga dead, you got a letter. That's it, man. I know a lot of people like, oh, you just passing up on pussy, you passing up on coochie. Some of that cootie cat. Nah, I don't want that. I don't want that, man. I want a woman that's Proverbs 31:10 to 36 to 32. I want her to fit that. Okay? That's what I want. You know? Sure, there's beautiful ass women in the world. But to get a woman that fears the Lord, man, to get a righteous woman, or what is it? Is it a righteous woman? Who can find a, what is it? A virtuous woman. A virtuous woman, man. It says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband, the mind of her husband, doeth safely trust in her. So he don't have to worry. If I'm at work, I'm like, yo, can you plant these seeds? Can you do this? Can you get this done before we get back so we could go and do this? Can you look for some more land? Can you look for something that we need? Okay, this is if you think about it as in a business perspective, the money's being brought in by the husband and you making sure that you know, helping him invest it in what the things that he needs so that y'all could be better off. But you don't do that. You say, I can do whatever I want. I can go get my nails done. Who are you doing that for? You're not doing it for his mind. You're doing it for your own. That's the issue. So that he shall not no need of spoil. Okay? Do not think bad stuff. You know what I mean? Have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil for all the days of her life. That's it, man. Proverbs 31:10. This is it. This is the virtuous woman. This is what I'm looking for. That's what type of woman I want. If you can't do that, man, I'm sorry. That's why I get it. And I understand there's stuff you're going to work on. But I mean, if you ain't trying to fit this, like this ain't your goal, like, shit, I'm trying to be this woman. Then guess what? You're going to be counted as a shameless dog. You ain't trying to fit this. You ain't trying to be a woman like this. You're going to be counted as a shameless dog. And men, if you ain't trying to be a leader, you ain't no different. You trying to let the woman lead, you ain't no different. This ain't no Jezebel, Ahab stuff. This is men of the Lord. This is getting back your manhood. This is that Bobby Boucher. This is this kingdom. This Yashala. Bro, y'all don't get it. Y'all think that this is a game. This is not a game, man. Shit. Her price is far above rubies. Rubies are expensive. Do you know how much a virgin costs? 50 shekels of silver. That's equivalent to like $14 and something US dollars. You know how much a ruby costs? Psh, woo! That's what I'm talking about. I don't even know because I never thought about buying a ruby. But we can look it up. Or you can look it up yourself. But this is what we're looking for, man. We're looking to get to kingdom. We're looking to have a virtuous woman. That's it, man. Or a few virtuous women. So you want friends? You women want friends. So why not have virtuous sisters? You know what I mean? Why not? You want friends anyway. Why not? Why not? Your friends are looking at your man anyway. Why not? See, y'all think carnally. Instead of building the kingdom, y'all be like, nah, I gotta destroy this. That's what y'all do, though. Y'all women be trying to destroy good men. I don't know why. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? But you're wicked. You know what I mean? You evil. Like the Bible says. Like we escape your what is it? Your yarns and your webs and all that. You know what I mean? The Most High done delivered us out of that. You know. So all the women we've been with, the wicked women, nah. We can't go back that way, man. We can't. Once you're in this truth, you want a virtuous woman. So y'all women should be trying, man. To be honest, he gonna laugh at your calamity when you running, because guess what? You was told to be fruitful. You was told to serve under a man, and you was told to be obedient to your husband. You just said, oh, I don't have a husband. I don't need one. Guess what? What did he say? What did he say? He gonna laugh when your fear cometh, when your calamity comes. When they come to bust in your door, he gonna laugh at you. Because he told you that a man should be a hiding place. He's talking about those whirlwinds. What's up from the wind and the destruction? Come on. It's simple put together. Get up under a man of the Lord. If I was on the comment board and I was a girl and I was like, yo, or a woman, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to be saved. These brothers out here pushing this truth. I'll do whatever. He go to work. He spend all this money on this. Let me help him out. Let me be a help. You realistically, you want to control something, you could be like, let me help him out and control myself to doing what he says. And let's get it done. Let me make sure that it's at peace. You know, when he comes in, the house is clean. He out working, he come back and he do work at the house too. You mean I don't have to work? I don't have to be stressed out? All I have to do is just make sure the house is clean and in order. And I help him out. Make sure that if we need groceries, I already went and checked everything that we need. Checked everything that he liked. We out of soap. Made sure everything's in order. So you saying that my job of serving him is way easier than me going out and getting a job? But y'all women like, I need to do that. I need to have a job. I need to feel important. I need to do this. Well, all that's coming to an end. So how important can you feel? You got all these fires and stuff. How important do you feel on an OnlyFans page? You must feel real important. You say, I know my value. But your value is being narcissistic, sticking dildos inside yourself. You know what I mean? Showing your body off. When I asked a friend, she got an OnlyFans page. I said, why don't you just get a husband? Well, she said something about my other friend. Well, he's got a line of women now on hold. Okay, well, maybe he don't want to be with you. Why don't you just get a husband? You're going to buy another house. That's what I said. There's something mentally wrong with you women. You guys are trying to buy all these houses. But guess what? You can't even fucking afford to pay for where you live already. Okay? The Bible says not to owe, but now you're making OnlyFans pages. You see that there's a fucking problem, right? But you're not getting it. You're continuing on this path of like, fuck it. Same with you bitch ass men. You men that's trying to buy shit like, oh man, I'm about to go get a brand new car. I'm about to do this. Okay, with a car, I say you better off in this if you get like a truck or something. Because guess what? It ain't going to come repo it once everything's shut down. But you don't know what kind of people going to come after you for your truck. If you look, plain out and simple, if you don't got the protection of Yahweh by Shimi Shai, man, you fucking stuck. You stuck. You stuck. But everything y'all want to do is out of order, man. What did he tell you in this book of Proverbs? He said to he said to build your garden before building your house. But what do? You go buy these fucking houses. That's $300-something thousand. You're out of order. He gave you a list of how to do things. You're supposed to build your garden before building your house. You women are too stuck in this thing that you need this castle. You should sleep in a tent with your husband. Just like in the days of the Feast of Tabernacles, there's nothing wrong with sleeping in your tent. If he bought some land and he goes out and he works and you stay on the land and you start tilling that bitch until he comes back. You start planting them seeds until he comes back. He's gone for 8 hours. Damn, that motherfucking tent should be clean. You should be cleaning that tent. You should be so excited to see him like a dog. Like, where you been all day, all my life? But y'all ain't. And then that should make the man want you too more. Like, look, all right, I'm here. All right, you've been out here. You could tell him, hey, it was really hot. What can we do? Then he'd be like, all right, let me do this. Because, you know, Jacob, the former of all things. When I slept in the back of my truck, I built me an AC for the back of the truck. Hooked up some wires, everything. I built a little AC. Jacob is the former of all things. I built one out of a fucking lunchbox. It was 100 and something degrees here in Arizona. Built out a lunchbox. See, you got to take what you think you need and you want and get rid of that. That mindset is wrong. These houses we live in, what they say are dung houses. But you're still chasing that American dream. That dream is dead. Do you understand that? Pray not for the dead, which is those damn dreams. Man, there ain't nothing wrong with if you have land being set apart. There's nothing wrong with that. Plain out and simple. But it ain't going to save you. When it comes time to be pilgriming and leaving, even if you got land, you're going to pilgrim and you're going to leave. Okay? But you still better off being on some land than being right next door to somebody. Okay? Because your neighbors are going to be the first people to try to rob you. Like you said, they're going to, what does it say? It's going to, a neighbor's house with no, what does it say? Destroy, no, to rob. It's going to be something like destroy or rob a neighbor's house. I can't remember the verse. Oh, yeah. There we go. Ezra's 15:19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor's house, upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword, meaning the gun, whatever the modern day sword is, and spoil their goods to take, you know what I mean? To destroy their goods, you know? Because of the lack of bread, which is knowledge, the lack of this word. You're going to have the lack of this word, which they don't understand, so that's why they're doing it. They're taking away this word and the lack of the bread to eat, and for the great tribulation, which is the troubles that's coming. But that's why we're trying to tell you women, if they're going to rob their neighbor, it doesn't say a man, does it? It says his neighbor. So they're telling you that men are going to be doing this. So what are you women going to do? You have nothing to do but get up under a man of the Lord. And yes, you men, you're going to have mercy. Not all these women you're going to want to sleep with, okay? I actually had, man, I was telling Malek Aria that there's some women that have been trying to talk to me, but they a little bit slower than, they had a little bit off a little bit, but they're helpful as shit. You know? But they're helpful, and that's sad that they're more in line. They keep the Shabbat and everything else, and they're more in line than you women that ain't so slow or whatever. But they helpful as shit. That's the only thing. But, you know, that's sad. That really is sad, though. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, man. I pray this was edifying. There's just a lot of shit going on, and we ain't just saying this shit to speak to your ear just to talk, man. We telling you what's happening. We prophesying what we see. And we telling you guys what's going to come to pass from what the Bible says. This ain't our word. This ain't our interpretation. Like it says, there's no interpretation, man. Like it says, if a man shall want to go to the city and try to get some, what makes you think you women are going to be able to go to the city and try to get some food? Try to get some help? You're not. You're not going to be able to. Okay? This is 2 Peter 1:20. Know this first, that no prophecy, meaning no prophecy, what we're talking about in the scriptures, of the scripture is of any private interpretation. So this ain't, my interpretation of what it is. That's not in any way. That's not how it works. Your pastor saying, well, this is my interpretation. That's not how it works. He needs to speak by the word of this, or there's no light in him. Okay? We're just telling you what's happening. We're telling you what's going to happen. We don't care about your feelings. We're not here to be like, well, I feel, or how you feel, your feelings. No one cares about that shit. Y'all be like, well, you speak too loud, you speak too rough. That's just authority. And you got a problem with authority. That's the main issue. Pride go before destruction. Get rid of that pride. And for you men, it says you got to get rid of that old man. You still stuck in this way of like, let me stay in this city. Let me stay right next to these drug dealers, knowing that all this stuff is happening. Get your ass away from them. I mean, if you ain't got no choice, I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta burden down, pray, keep your faith in Yahweh Shem Yeshai. But man, if you had a chance to get some land and get away and be like in a van, I would do that. I would get something where you can move around in. There's plenty. Look, there's plenty of free land you can sleep on, man. I would take me and my family, go stay on some free land while I work. Take that money, go buy me some of my own land, live on my land in the RV or whatever with my family. First thing you do, start gardening. Second thing you do, just get a barbecue grill, get some water, cook outside for a little bit. You don't got to cook in the house or in the RV, cook outside the van. You can all sleep together anyway on one bed. It'll make your ass start building a lot faster. We're not building here to survive. You're just building to stay awake, to survive till it's that time where he says, hey, it's time now for you to go pilgrim, to get away even more. Or you could just stay where you at in the city and see if you can get out. I mean, it's vice versa. You in the outside, you ain't going to the city. You in the city, you ain't going to the outside, okay? That's the either way you're gonna be in shit. You know what I mean? Either way you gotta go through the tribulations. But for you so-called old people, you young people, and you women and children, remember, he says slay utterly old. It don't matter what you think you are. He says slay utterly. Remember, nobody's getting away with nothing. Doesn't matter what these people fucking tell you. Ezekiel 9:6, it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Okay? This is why you women have to get under a man. Okay? Because the women weren't out prophesying. Okay? That's why it goes Yahushai. It goes man above woman. And above man is Yahushai. And above Yahushai is Yahweh. We got to keep telling you that order. Decent and in order. Any man who's at the heart, him and his house shall be saved. Right? Okay. Any man that have the mark. Right? Let's get it. That's it, man. It's not that difficult. Acts 16:31, and they said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, Adawan, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and thou shalt be Yeshua, shall be saved in thy bayad. You shall be saved in thy house. So who's in your house, right? What is a house? Okay, so if any people which no. The house. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take a hold of one man. Why? Because one man has his own house. Saying, we will eat our own bread. You can only be with one man. There's not going to be multiple men in one house. He's going to have his own house. Worry about his own salvation. His salvation. And wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. Okay, thy name, his house. Because back in the day, they'd be like, that's the house of Joseph. That's the house of Bayad. That's the house of Luke. That's the house of whatever, you know. Like the house of David. You see? The house of David. That Bayad Shadawadah. You know what I mean? The Habayad Shadawadah. The house of David. Habayat Shadawadah, the house of David. So everybody that's under his house, meaning all the men and all the women, you know, all the servants, because he's a king, right? So the person in their house which he's the king, Joseph, or my house, all my people shall be saved. Meaning, my house, if I'm under David, Dawadah, or which is under Yahushai, which, because there's order. So above man is Yahushai, but above woman is what? Man. So under his house, okay? Very simple. You need to be up under his house. Slakia. Now it's going to freeze up. Okay? Whom is marked and begin at my sanctuary. Where's the sanctuary? My holding, my house. That's what the women are going to want, sanctuary. They're going to want a house, protection. Then they begin at the ancient men, which were before the house. That were under the house. They were before. They were there. See? The man. Okay? All you got to do is get up under a man of the Lord. Very simple. It's not that hard. So I don't know why you guys aren't asking. I don't see like on the comment boards women asking men, asking, and it should be like that. You should be reaching out. And I watched somebody's live talk about that too. Like, you women should actually be reaching out to these men, because before you women have to get pregnant, being same childbearing, the women, I believe it was Sarah or Rachel, was like, you gotta lift thy skirt. Like, she went up to one of the men and said, lift thy skirt. To get her pregnant, lift thy skirt. You women are supposed to be asking. We're not supposed to be asking you. You're supposed to be asking us to help us. It's plain out and simple. To be under our house, to be up in order, to show thyself approved unto the Most High, that you are serving and obedient to your own husband. It's very simple, man, but no. It's going to take death and destruction before y'all start asking. And by then, the only thing I'm trying to say is it may be too late by then. Even though it won't be, because there's women that will be saved. And you're going to get married and be up under a man, but you're going to go through a whole bunch of shit by yourself. Or even with the man, thinking like, oh, is this a man, Lord? Is he going to lay with me? And then that dude gets killed. Then you running off again. Remember, he said, like if a bear... Let me pull that shit up, because that's going to be a beautiful verse. Like if a bear, so you might go through it. You might go through that shit, man. This is 2 Peter 2:20. For if after they have escaped the population of the world through the knowledge of... Wait, this ain't it. Well, actually, through the knowledge of the Lord, the Savior, Jesus Christ... We already know Yahushua HaMashiach, Adawan, Yahshua, Yahushua HaMashiach, or actually, if you're going to say Savior, Yeshua, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. That's... Woo, man. But that's not the verse I was looking for. This is it. As if a man, this is Amos 5:19. As if a man did flee from a lion. So you might escape, women, and you might be on your way to a man of the Lord, even though you ain't under him now. Your husband, even though you might be under a wicked man too for you other women, your husband might die. That's you escaping from a lion while something's going on, like people are broke in. Let's say you chose it from the beginning of existence. You running and a bear met you. So you run and you think you got with a different man or a different group and you think they're going to watch you. But guess what? They might all be from one of these groups that hate you because of your color. And then you got to run from them. And then it's like, or went to the house and leaned his hand on the wall. So you escape from them. And then you go somewhere else. And then it's another issue. And the serpent bit him. So you might go through thing after thing after thing before you find a man in the Lord. Instead of you have the opportunity now to tell somebody like, hey man, can I serve up under you? This is what I got. This is what I do. It ain't even all about sex. You might just be wanting to get called by his last name. Like, hey, can I just be your wife? Whoop-de-whoop. But you still got to be in order. If he say this and this, it is what it is. Even though sex is marriage, but damn, man, this is there's a lot of shit going on. If y'all don't make your moves, then hey, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Like it says, don't force the course of the river. But at the same time, he said he's gonna laugh when your calamity come. He said not to put off day to day. He said that it's like not to put off day to day. He says even though it don't tarry, wait for it. Like he's telling you that hey, that your house is gonna be broken in, you're gonna get ravished, and you women are still, and you men are like, well, ain't nothing happened yet, so I ain't trying to get down. So you're not trying to get down with the Most High. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. The kids are gonna get dashed to pieces. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be famine. It's gonna happen. You see that all this stuff is happening, but you're still putting off day to day. Like I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. You gotta quit with that. With that said, I pray that this was edifying. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashai. Man, if you got the opportunity to do something, do it, man. Ask. Do it. Ask, get it over with, Because now, even with me, my stuff has to change too. I think the $500 I was spending before a week, now since I'm able to be a little bit more mobile, since my RV drive, now it's time for me to start doing other stuff. So making more moves, because he works in a theatrical way. And I'm not trying to be in that theatrical way, man, because when he do theatrical stuff and he wants you to move, he'll fuck you up. I keep telling you. So, don't wait till last minute. It'll be too late. You see what's going on, start making moves. There ain't nothing wrong with you preparing. You see what's going on. Buy your ass a tent. Not to say that you ain't even be able to get to it. But hey, you might leave the tent behind and a different man of the Lord might get it. Get some boots. Get some different running shoes. Be prepared. He says that a wise man seeth what's for coming. And hides itself. Oh, prudent. Slack. This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. So seeth the bad times is coming. We telling you what's coming. And he hideth himself. Not saying he being a bitch running around hiding. But yeah, he get away from it. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. But really you hiding yourself in these scriptures, in these words as well. But you see all these other people like just doing whatever. He gets away from that. But a simple pass on and are punished. So the simple is just like, I'm just gonna keep going. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna change. I'm just gonna keep going. And then the punishment comes when it's like, yo, you could get on this bus. You see that tiger down the streets coming. Nah, I'm gonna just wait for the next bus. Just like you women, you see what's coming. You see what's happening. You got a chance to grab onto a man of the Lord. You got 100. Look, man. Out of all the men on this planet, the men of the Lord being able to tell if they're Israel or not, you got a better chance. You over here in the Americas or whatever, cool. But put it like this: how many men are gay? Them ain't gonna be men of the Lord, so you couldn't cut them out. You can cut out Edom. You can cut out all the other ones. I mean, not really just cut them out. You know what I mean? But because there's gonna be like a speckled bird. There's Israel, but you got a chance. And how many of them are in this truth and actually know the words, and actually watch the videos and are dedicated and writing and doing lessons? Now you slimming down the chances. You got a better chance that way than just being like, I'm just gonna wait and guess. See, but you may be simple and you just wait and you're gonna pass on. You're gonna pass on. For you men too, you got the opportunity to do the work, but you don't want to. So you're gonna pass on. You don't want to hide yourself in this truth. You don't want to prepare. You know that there's famine coming, but you don't want to get a bag of rice, a bag of beans, just so you have something to eat for a few days, some water until the Most High provides you with something else. Which there ain't no. Having faith is not the issue. You know what I mean? You see what's coming and you hide it to yourself. We're not saying stock up like, oh, I'm going to save myself. That's not what we're saying at all. but to prepare until the Most High says, hey, do this, because that might be his way of telling you anyway to prepare. Like, hey, get this rice, get this. If he's allowing you to do something, it's because he wants you to do it. If he didn't want you to do something, he won't allow you to do it. He won't allow you to do it. You ain't going to make that mistake. There's no such thing as free will. You know in your spirit not to do some stuff. You know what to do. So you're not going to go and buy some bacon and be like, well, I got it. The Most High will allow me to do it. No, you know better. And he's allowing you to sin is what he's doing. But we're saying in the righteous aspect is if you can get a bag of rice, then grab a bag of rice. Now, if you just like, oh, I need to grab 89 bags of rice, 89 this, 89 this, you know, you're not having no faith. You're not showing yourself as faithful. You don't have no faith in the Most High. But to get a little something, there ain't no sin in that. You see what's coming. You prepare yourself. And that's for you women too. You see what's coming to prepare yourself. You know that a man's going to be a hiding place. So get a man of the Lord. Get somebody, man. You see what's coming. You see, and you want to get behind all these other women? Is that what you want to do? Because guess what? All these other women, there's women that are worse than you that are going to try. Way worse. Harlots, all kind. Well, harlots ain't even worse. They're probably more down to earth than you. You know what I mean? More humble. But you see what's coming. Grab on. Get on. Hide yourself. Hold on to Yahweh Shem Yashai. Hold on to these words. Get in order. Decent and in order. Do it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? With that said, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashai. Brakatah Yahweh. Brakatah Yashai. Brakatah. Hope that was edifying. Kwam Yashala. Abba. Shalom.